Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast. This episode I'm going to be going through the January 2026 schedules for all the UKTV broadcasters, similar to what I did for Christmas 2025, which still is yet to happen when you're watching this and when I'm recording this, because I'm recording this on the 12th of December 2025. But yeah, so I'm going to go through each network, and there's a specific show that we've got a separate press release for as well. But without further ado, let's get on with it. So all of these are taken from tvzoneuk.com. If you want to find the full articles, go to the Podcast X page, and I've reposted them. You should be able to find them. So we'll start with the BBC one. So The Traitors, which launches on New Year's Day, talked about that in a previous episode, will continue on the 2nd, 3rd, 7th, 8th and 9th of January and onwards. And we've got a little synopsis which reads: Claudia Wilkerman hosts the ultimate reality game of trust and treachery with new twists and new players. Time to take to the edge of your seat once more as 22 people from across the UK descend on a Scottish castle to win up to £120,000. Let the mind games begin. We then have The Night Manager, which also launches on New Year's Day and continues on Sunday the 4th of January. We've got a synopsis for that as well. Jonathan Pine, played by Tom Hiddleston, who you will know from the MCU most likely, thought he'd buried his past. Now living as Alex Goodwin, a low-level MI6 officer and running a quiet surveillance unit in London, his life is comfortably uneventful. Then one night, a chance sighting of an old Roper mercenary prompts a call to action and leads Pine to a violent encounter with new player, Colombian businessman Teddy DeSantos, played by Diego Calva. We then have Would I Lie to You, with a new series beginning on Friday the 2nd of January at 7:30 with the following synopsis. Rob Brydon is back in the host chair for the award-winning comedy panel show, with Lee Mack and David Mitchell returning as the lightning quick team captains. Each week, a stellar cast of celebrity guests reveal extraordinary stories about themselves, but are they telling the truth or are they making it up? Then we've got Alan and... let me rephrase that. Amanda and Alan's Greek Job, which begins on the 2nd of January at 9:35 with the following synopsis. Besties Amanda Holt and Alan Carr have packed their boiler suits once again, raring to spend a summer on the idyllic Ionian island of Kung Fu. Having bagged a slightly smaller property this time, they have high hopes for an easier ride, but their dreams of lounging by the beach soon shatter as they discover a big fat Greek renovation lies ahead. We then have, we're not going to talk about, oh yeah we will, Blindly. So the new series begins Monday the 5th of January at 8:30pm. Tommy Lindley is a brilliant police detective but an outsider in the force simply by virtue of his aristocratic upbringing. He's paired with Barbara Havers, a surgeon with a maverick attitude and a working class background. With seemingly nothing in common and against all odds, the mismatched duo of Lindley and Havers become a formidable team, bond by the desire to see justice done. We then have Inside the Factory, with a new series beginning on Tuesday the 6th of January at 8pm. Paddy is joining fellow presenters Cherry Haley and historian Ruth Goodman for this 10th run of the series. They explore the science and invitation, that word, behind some of the products and uncover some incredible hidden stories behind their invention. What is it with words today? Waterloo Road with a new series, so I can't remember what series number it is because I'll get it wrong if I try and work it out. Begins on Tuesday the 6th of January at 9pm. When the school, with the synopsis as follows: when the school experiences a teacher shortage in the next series, Miss Haydock is called in as a supply teacher. Although teaching may not be her strong suit, Steph knows exactly how to handle the chaos. So we've actually got a press release for Waterloo Road right itself to read through, which is titled Waterloo Road First Look Pictures Released and January air date confirmed. The press release says Denise Welsh reprises her iconic role as Steph Haydock and new cast members are announced. This was released on the 11th of December 2025, so yesterday from when I'm recording it. So as I've just said, the BBC has announced Waterloo Road will return to screens on Tuesday the 6th of January 2026 and released a set of first look images. A proper school drama will launch with the entire series on BBC iPlayer at 6 AM, which is what they've done since the show came back in 2023, with a double bill of Waterloo Road airing on BBC One every Tuesday from 9 PM, with the second episode at 10:40 PM, which they did with the most recent series that aired. Also revealed in the first look images, Carl Davies, who you may know from Adele, joins Waterloo Road as Anthony Walters, the ex-husband of Nikki Walters, played by Kim Marsh. Anthony arrives as the coach of the girls' football team that some of Waterloo Road's very own get involved with. Thriving at the sport, his arrival causes a big stir with Tonya and Nikki, who has taken on a new role at the school. Also joining the cast as new students are Freddie Smith as Freddie Holster, Olivia Borthford as Leonie Tennant, Myra Sophie Itzra as Asia Azy, Sanya Ali as Zara Azzi, and Ishakar as Harleen Lambert. We've got some photos there. Known to explore real-life topics affecting teens, families and school staff today, the new series will explore topics including hearing impairment management at schools, young love, exploitation, grief, addiction and family dynamics. This January, new Deputy Darius, played by John Richardson, holds the keys to the kingdom, but how far will he go to keep that power? With the arrival of excluded students and familiar faces, chaos ensues at Waterloo Road. Love is in the air, and with the prom and a wedding on the horizon, the teaching staff and students of Waterloo Road aren't shy of any new challenges. The returning parent and teacher cast include Adam Thomas playing Dante Charles, Christopher Jeffers, who plays Mitch Swift, Holly J. Bowes, who plays Debs Rafferty, James Baxter, who plays Joe Casey, Jason Merrills, who plays Jack Rimmer, John Richardson, who we said plays Darius Donovan, Joe Coffey, who plays Wendy Whitwell, Kim Marsh, who plays Nikki Walters, Lindsay Colson, who plays Dame Stella Drake, Neil Fitzmaurice, who plays Neil Guthrie, Rachel Lesfak, who plays Coral Walker, Shauna Shim, who plays Valerie Chambers, and Sarah Jackson, who plays Nisha Chandra. With some more photos. The returning student cast include Abby Noor Ali, who plays Molly Morg Richardson, Corey McLean, who plays Ashton Stone, Chamika Chichi Uliba, who plays Shula Aku. What is wrong with my pronunciation today? Danny Murphy, who plays Lucas Smith, Hattie Dunvinher, who plays Libby Guthrie, Liam Scholes, who plays Noel McManus, Lucy Chambers, who plays Kat Guthrie, Maisie Robinson, who plays Portia Weaver, where are we up to? Oh yeah, Mia Ukiku, who plays Lois Taylor Brown, Neve Blackshaw, who plays Agnes Eccleston, Scarlett Thomas, who plays Izzy Charles, Sonia Nisa, who plays Elena Karishi, Summer Violet Bird, who plays Tonya Walters, Tilly Artemy, who plays Stacey Neville, and Zach Sutcliffe, who plays Shuey Weaver. Waterloo Road is set and made in Greater Manchester and produced by Rope Ladder Fiction and Wall to Wall North. Lindsay Williams is the series producer. Waterloo Road is executive produced by Cameron Roach for Rope Ladder Fiction. We're up to Liam Kane for Wall to Wall, and commissioned by Gaynor Holmes and Joe McKenna for the BBC. The full series will be available, as I've previously mentioned, on BBC iPlayer on Tuesday the 6th of January from 6 AM, so not that many weeks away, and Waterloo Road will air on BBC One Tuesdays at 9 PM and 10:40. The episodes are an hour each. Now back to the schedules. This is going to be a longer episode as well. We've then got Black Ops, which begins on Thursday the 8th of January, when Series 2 kicks off with Dom and Kay now working for MI5. They may be in the world of espionage, but their jobs are decidedly unglamorous. Not everyone can be James Bond, someone has to do the admin. All that changes when Dom meets a charismatic spy called Steve, offering the promise of more exciting classified work. Dom and Kay soon find themselves embroiled in an escapade that tests their wits, their friendship, and their love of carnival to the limits. Father Brown, with a new series, begins on Friday the 9th of January. Following the jubilant wedding celebrations at the end of Series 12, the new Mr. and Mrs. Sullivan settle into married life in a new home. With Isabel thrilled to be welcomed into the Policeman's Wives Society, meanwhile Brenda goes on a journey of self-empowerment as she covers the role of parish secretary and learns to drive with the help of Sergeant Goodfellow. Lucy Worsley, Victorian Murder Club new series begins Monday the 5th of January on BBC Two. In this gripping new historical crime series, Lucy Worsley takes on the case of a forgotten Victorian serial killer who was never caught, dubbed the Thames torso murderer, and operating at the same time as Jack the Ripper. This killer's hallmark was to dismember the bodies of his female victims and scatter the body parts in and near London's Thames River. We then have Banjo and Rose, Grand Island Hotel, with a new series beginning on Monday the 5th of January on BBC iPlayer. Banjo, Beale and husband Roe take on their biggest design project, turning a derelict mansion on the remote Isle of Louver in Scotland into a stunning boutique hotel. Together, Banjo and Roe hope to transform the fortune of the crumbling house and the island community. And the final one in the BBC press release anyway, Digging for Britain new series begins Wednesday the 7th of January on BBC Two. During 6 exciting episodes, Professor Alice Roberts and her team of experts uncover some of the most remarkable finds the series has ever featured. Now onto ITV. This is going to be a longer episode, but obviously I don't do these episodes all the time. So, Time is Money, with a new series beginning on New Year's Day, continuing on Monday the 5th of January at 3 p.m. Contestants begin with their prize money already on the line and must race against the clock to keep it. If they fail to answer it correctly, their cash prize slips away. Time is Money will be hosted by Sarah Davis, whose quick wit and engaging personality makes her the perfect host to guide contestants through the tension-filled rounds in this fast-paced competition. We then have Red Eye, which is a new series that begins on New Year's Day, continuing on the 2nd, 4th and 5th of January. June Slee reprises her role as DS Hensley for a new investigation alongside guest star Martin Compston. Joining Jing and Martin in the highly pressurised rollercoaster world of Red Eye are Leslie Sharp and Gemma Moore, who also return as head of MI5 Madeline Delaney and journalist Jez Lee. The Masked Singer returns with a new series beginning on Saturday the 3rd of January at 6:30 p.m. Davina McCall, Maya Jama, Jonathan Ross and Mo Gunnigan are heading back to their detective chairs as the nation's favourite guessing game begins all over again. The panel will be joined by an array of guest panellists throughout the series who will be joining in on all the action, hoping they can guess who is masquerading behind the mask. Wheel of Fortune also begins a new series on Saturday the 3rd of January at 8 p.m. Each episode sees 3 new contestants spin the iconic wheel and solve the puzzle for their chance to win up to £50,000. This new series also features the return of the hugely popular Couples episode and introduces fresh gameplay twists, including the aptly named Bankrupt Shield, which could save players from losing it all. We then have the One Consent Club, which also begins with a new series on Saturday the 3rd of January, this time at 9 p.m. The show sees 100 contestants begin every show, but to make it to the end and with the top prize of up to £100,000, contestants must correctly answer a question only 1% of the country would get right. Contestants of all ages and backgrounds can take part because, unlike most quizzes, no swatting up on general knowledge is required to do well. Logic and common sense are the key to success. We then have The Floor, with a new series beginning on Sunday the 4th of January at 8 p.m. With the following synopsis. Rob Brydon hosts The Floor, where 81 quiz fanatics face off in quiz duels on a giant LED floor divided into 81 equal squares, each representing its own field of knowledge. The goal is to conquer the entire floor and take home a huge cash prize. The rules are simple. A random contestant challenges an adjoining opponent in a quiz duel and they play against each other in the category of the opponent's square. We then got Corridale, which airs on Monday the 5th of January at 8 p.m. For the first time in British soap history, the episode will see characters from both soaps, this being Emmerdale and Coronation Street, come together in a celebration of the soap genre. To herald the beginning of the new scheduling pattern, both soaps will mark the occasion's spectacular style as the combined production teams embark on an ambitious stunt that will have everlasting consequences for everyone involved. We then have Millionaire Hot Seat, which begins on Tuesday the 6th of January at 7:30 p.m. In Millionaire Hot Seat, every second counts. Players was I say? Every second counts. Players take turns in the hot seat facing Jeremy and climbing the £1 million money ladder one question at a time. A correct answer keeps them in the game. One wrong move means elimination and the top prize drops. Contestants can choose to pass and stay alive, but that means moving to the back of the line and risking never getting another turn. Grand Chess and the final one, the ITV press release. Grantchester Series 10 begins on Wednesday the 7th of January at 9 p.m. Following the departure of Reverend Will Davenport, played by Tom Brittany, in the 9th series, D.I. Georgie Keating, played by Robson Green, and Alfie Corcoran, played by Nish Nair, cement their friendship and working relationship as they embark on more adventures and mysteries to solve across 8 brand new episodes. Then we're up to Channel 4 and the Channel 5 press release now, which is the last one. Matt will be glad to know. So starting with Channel 4, Bowie the Final Act airs on Saturday the 3rd of January, featuring rare interviews with those who knew and worked alongside Bowie, and this is David Bowie, as well as famous fans and figures who've been inspired by his artistry. The film will uncover the strategic brilliance behind Bowie's artistic resurrection and the exhaustible, extraordinary creativity that defined his final decade act. We then have the Great Pottery Throwdown, with the new series launching on Sunday the 4th of January. The series follows 12 passionate home potters as they strive to create their most intricate and imaginative work. Before their pieces are judged by the expert judging duo and a variety of well-known faces and experts from the world of pottery. We then have Celebrity SES Who Dares Wins, which also launches on Sunday the 4th of January. Decades of rivalry are set to be tested to the limit as 14 British and Australian celebrities face the most punishing challenge of their lives. In the brutal heat of North Africa, these famous faces are embarking on a savage condensed version of SES selection that even then they won't be able to charm spin or tweet their way out of. And then we have Junior Bake Off with a new series launching on Monday the 5th of January. Thousands applied, but only 20 made it through to the famous Bake Off tent for the most exciting junior baking competition yet. Harry Hill hosts while Ranvit, Jill and Liam Giles unite as judges with the tough job of finding Britain's best junior baker. We then have Christy and Phil's Love It or List It, Series 11 launching on Wednesday the 7th of January. Each episode will see Phil and Christy meet couples whose house no longer fits their requirements. It may be that they feel they've outgrown it, that the space doesn't work, or they're bored with outdated decor and craving a change. After listening to their issues and embarking on a fact-finding mystery to see how the family use their house, the super competitive duo will go about convincing their property charges that their way is the right way. Patience with Series 2 launching on Wednesday the 7th of January. Patience, played by Ella Bavis Purvis, will continue her work in the Police Criminal Records Department of City of York Police after establishing herself as an invaluable member of the team, bringing her unique insight into a series of perplexing cases. Then 8 out of 10 Cats Just Countdown returns for a new series on Friday the 9th of January. Jimmy Carr will return to host the chaotic comedy twist on Channel 4's classic Brain Teaser Quiz alongside Rachel Riley, overseeing the numbers, and Susie Dent in Dictionary Corner. Ron Beckett takes up the permanent role of team captain, and Judy Love joins the team as a regular returning guest in the show's 29th series. Fellow fan favourites John Richardson and Joe Wilkinson will also continue appearing as regulars in the new series. Then on to Channel 5 now, with Tom Reed Wilson's Magnificent Journey, with the new series beginning Friday the 2nd of January at 8 p.m. Tom Reed Wilson's Magnificent Journey reimagines the rite of passage once undertaken by 17th, 18th and 19th century aristocrats on their journey tours of Europe. Now nearly 40 and craving a touch of cultural enlightenment, Tom Reed Wilson sets out to follow in their footsteps. We've then got Jane McDonald, Pole to Pole. New series begins Friday the 2nd of January at 9 p.m. Jane says she's a woman of a certain age, but in this series she's determined not to let that define her. And she's proving it by throwing herself into a pole-to-pole adventure and grabbing every opportunity with both hands. We'll then have Megan with a new series beginning on Saturday the 3rd of January at 9 p.m. She's one of the most controversial women in the world, admired by some, vilified by others. She's a global icon that's never far from the headlines. Some hail her as an inspiration to women the world over. other denounced her as the person who nearly brought down the royal family, but who is Meghan really? We then have dogs behaving very badly with a new series on Tuesday the 6th of January at 8 p.m. Graham seems to save more bewildered owners from their four-legged friends' terrible behaviours. We then have the Good Ship Murder with a new series beginning on Tuesday. A new series beginning on Tuesday, the 6th of January at 9 p.m. The red carpet is rolled out as the ship docks in Cannes in town for the night of the premiere of the latest film by infamous film director Werner Altman. The acclaimed but outspoken author reluctantly chaperones his muse, rising star Mimi McQuinn, but Mimi is then murdered during the premiere. We then have the 1970s Diet with Josie Gibson with a new series beginning on Wednesday, the 7th of January at 8 p.m. For 2 weeks, Josie follows a bespoke 1970s diet carefully designed by a nutritional expert to reflect what the average person would have eaten in that decade. She'll take a series of physiological tests before and after to see if the 1970s diet and lifestyle can make her slimmer, fitter and healthier. We then have Surgeons, A Matter of Life and Death, a new series beginning on Wednesday the 7th of January at 9 p.m. In this remarkable new first episode, we meet an ex-soldier and his surgeon whose unique relationship began over a decade ago after a tragic incident in war-torn Afghanistan. We then have Michael Portillo's Secret Spain with a new series beginning on Thursday the 8th of January at 8 p.m. In the first episode of a brand new 8-part series, Michael Portillo takes us on a journey deep into his secret Spain, where he discovers one of its worst-kept secrets, Barcelona, famously heaving with millions of visitors. Michael shows a surprising side of the Catalan capital that lies well off the tourist trail. We then have the trial of Michael Jackson on Thursday the 8th of January at 9 p.m. With the following synopsis. In February 2003, a documentary airs in the UK made by British journalist Martin Bashir called Living with Michael Jackson, in which the star is interviewed next to a 13-year-old boy Gavin, and admits they sometimes share a bed. The mother of the boy, Janet Oviedo, shares concerns with the police. Jackson is arrested. Where am I up to? Jackson is arrested. There are a number of other charges, such as supplying alcohol to a minor and kidnap. This is the story of the trial of Michael Jackson, which took place in Santa Barbara County in California, which grips the world for 4 months. And that is it for this episode. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of these schedules, if you're planning to watch any of it when it's released in January, early January 2026. Without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.